Ian, Johnny, great to see you after that 1-1 draw with Oxford City, who are riding high in the National League South. Ian, first and foremost, what a game, tactically, technically. What's your initial thoughts?
I'm just really disappointed because I thought our performance was excellent. I thought the boys done exactly the jobs we asked them to do. They were brave on the ball, they passed the ball, got in front, could have been 2 or 3 up at the time, and I think we've been undone by a very dubious penalty. Probably something they didn't deserve at the time because I felt we was right on top. They didn't look like they had a goal in them, and it's obviously cost us two additional points. So it's tough to take, but really pleased with the performance. It's one of the best performances for me since the Christmas period.
And Johnny, just seeing you playing this deep role all of a sudden, getting the ball, making something happen, and obviously working from the back and the defence. How did you find that game today? Because at times you had 3 players around you closing you down. How did you manage that whole interaction?
Yeah, like you said, it was quite tactical out there at times. We've played a few different formations recently, trying to find a winning formula. And obviously it's a new position for myself, so the boys have been good, talking out there. Kyron's been a big influence as well as in the midfield. But I think we did some really good things tonight. The work rate was outstanding, which obviously is a minimum requirement. But like you said, from there we managed to put our stamp on the game with the ball. Some really good moves, some really good chances, especially in the second half, when things were just starting to click. So it's disappointing that we've not managed to win the game, but obviously we respect the opposition. They're a good side, but it's important we take the positives. It's another point. We've set some standards tonight which we've probably not reached for a little while. So it's a positive night despite obviously not getting the 3 points.
Ian, the tempo of the first 10 minutes of that first half and the second half was excellent to see. And from a tactical point of view, we could see when you had the ball to when you didn't have the ball, you were moving the shape around of the team, and everybody seemed to play in a real good role and responsibility of zonal play where they were going for man. And at points, they almost had 5 players in attacking positions. I mean, was that your game plan tonight, or is it something you're just developing as time goes by?
It was just looking at the personnel really we had available. We spoke about it at length, Chris and myself, this afternoon. Even then, after that, Zane went down with a virus. So, but we know we've got to get forward-thinking bodies into the team. We know that. We've also got to make sure that we don't undo the defensive side of it, and I felt tonight defensively we were excellent, we were outstanding. I thought Tom Bender was his best game since his comeback from injury. I thought Michael Johnson's distribution and his talking, he never really had a lot to do, Michael, today. He's made a couple of saves in the first half, and second half he never had a lot to do, and as I say, going into that last sort of 5-10 minutes I felt quite comfortable. Just as at the time I was just disappointed with the decision when it was given. It was like 2 bodies had come together. Lots of times that happens on the pitch and the referee doesn't give anything. And it's a tough decision to give at that stage of the game. But again, we put pressure on the defence, and we've had enough chances probably in their box in the second half. We've probably had 4 or 5 go across the face of the goal that we've not managed to finish, which would have put us 2-0 up and in a more comfortable position.
And Johnny, at points they were just bypassing the midfield, so it was an opportunity for you to get hold of the ball and make things happen. How difficult was that when they were bypassing, which meant you had to work harder to either help defensively or go on the attack?
Yeah, there's different ways to do it, Obviously anyone that's seen me play here knows I try to get on the ball as much as I can, and that's when I'm at my best. So regardless of the position, I'll try and do that. But I thought as well, what you're saying, we mixed it up really well tonight. I thought there was opportunities where we played through the thirds. Defensively, the boys stepped out with the ball from the back. Joy McKenna, boys like that, Cameron, really comfortable stepping in. And then you saw the threat that we had in behind as well in the second half. So I thought we mixed it up really well, which caused them problems. And it's important we do that. We can't be too predictable. We need to use our strengths, and that created our chances. It was just unfortunate we couldn't get the second one, because obviously that would have killed the game off and probably led to 3 points.
And Ian, finally then, after that penalty, it was great to see the team just went for it and really put this Oxford team under pressure. There was 3 or 4 chances 5 minutes after the penalty take. It could have easily been 2-1 to the Saints, and it was fascinating to see how Oxford were pinned back in. I mean, is that something you're going to take forward now for Saturday's game against Concord?
I think John said it, it's something that we've been striving or looking for the probably last sort of 6 to 8 weeks, and we've tried different formations. We've tried a lots of things we've tried over the last few weeks trying to get us back on track, and tonight was probably the first time I felt that something was starting to click again in terms of the first half of the season, and it is vitally important we take that forward to Concord, but also vitally important we take it forward for the rest of the season, because we've got 12 games to go now. We know there's a target that we've got to go and hit. And we've got to win as many games as we can. We've got to score as many goals as we can. But you need a little bit of luck in football, and I felt that today and on Saturday we didn't have that sort of luck, little bit of luck that we had at the beginning of the season. Sean's probably had 3 chances today or 4 chances today, and he was taking them at the beginning of the season. But he's getting in there. He's creating the chances. We're getting good balls into good areas. We just got to go and finish them off.
And finally, Johnny, there was an opportunity there for you obviously to take it a little bit further and make sure you get the 3 points. You deserve the 3 points, really. You got a point. It's that game in hand, keeps you in the playoff mix.
Yeah, and it's important we keep ticking the board over. It's a long, hard season, and there's going to be ups and downs, and there'll be twists and turns still to come with 12 games left. But we're hanging in there as a group. We're together. We keep picking the points up, and I think that showed tonight with the work rate, and the spirit and the quality of the performance. There's a long way to go, but we're confident, we're capable of getting in the playoffs and finishing the season strong.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Ian. Good luck Saturday.
Thanks, Graham.
Cheers. Thank you.